So let's talk about the 2026 Jeep Gladiator, you know, the one that's coming out soon. It was recently some information released, and I'm sure it's not everything, for instance, colors and trim levels and things like that, but a general idea of what the 2026 Gladiator is going to be. Now, there has been a lot of, I guess, guesses out there as to what it's going to include, like a different engine. We shall see. I did a search, so this is what I found on the 2026 Jeep Gladiator. It says here the main change for the Gladiator is the introduction of the 4xe plug-in hybrid powertrain featuring a 2.0 liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine and electric motors. Notice it's plural, motors, for enhanced performance and efficiency, along with an all-new ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. So they're giving us a plug-in hybrid, I'm assuming for more acceleration, torque, and power. Fuel efficiency, I don't know. We'll see what it says here. It goes on to say the 4xe also offers up to 31 miles of all-electric driving range. Well, that's obviously for fuel efficiency, I guess. I mean, if you're running solely off of electric, then your MPGs for gas are going to increase, right? Let's see, and a new level of off-road control. So there must be some new off-roading features, I guess. Other potential changes, for the 2026 include a revamped cabin with upgraded technology and materials. I'll be interested to see if they get rid of that kind of cloth finish below or right at the dash area. Not a big fan of that. It looks like corduroy or something to me. Improved steering systems and potential color options similar to the Wrangler, though specifics for V8 options are still under discussion. Now, you'd have thought it was a foregone conclusion, right? Everybody says that the 2026 is going to have a Hemi in it, a V8. Sounds like that's still up in the air. We'll see. So, to get more specific, powertrain and performance, the 4xe hybrid system. It says here the headline change is the debut of the Gladiator 4xe, which combines, again, the 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine with electric motors. Still, plural, motors. How many electric motors is this thing going to have? One on each corner? Now that would be something. ZF transmission, a new advanced ZF 8HHP, which must have something to do with the hybrid system, I guess. HHP automatic transmission is included, replacing the older unit and supporting the increased power and torque from the hybrid system. Of course, you're going to have a more robust transmission, right, to handle that extra torque. Otherwise, it's going to break and you're going to have a problem. Horsepower and torque. And this is the interesting part. The 4xe system delivers a combined output of 375 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. 400 pound-feet of torque? That thing ought to pop wheelies when you take off, right? Electric range. The 4xe models offer an estimated 31 miles of all-electric range, as we already mentioned. That's enough, I guess, to maybe take you to the grocery store, maybe to Lowe's or somewhere, and then back home, depending on where you live, of course. But not a whole lot of range. I mean, it's not like it's a traditional all-electric vehicle like that one over there, right? V8 possibility. There's ongoing discussion and speculation about a potential V8 engine option similar to the Wrangler, though its availability for the Gladiator is not confirmed. So, for everybody out there saying that we're going to have that V8, I would think that it's probably not going to happen because it'll cost too much. You know, there is a limit as to how much most people are willing to pay, right? Let's see. Technology and interior. Updated infotainment. I thought the infotainment system is pretty well updated now, but it says expect a revamped 12.3-inch touchscreen with more intuitive interface and new features such as energy flow displays and trip planning tools for the hybrid system. So the update really has to do with the hybrid option, I guess, just to see the way the energy is flowing. Probably similar to, yeah, I'm going to say it, the Prius. In the Prius, they had a screen where you could see the energy flow through the hybrid system, right? Redesigned cabin. The interior may feature redesigned seats for better support. I actually think the seats in the Jeep Gladiator are pretty darn comfortable the way they are, but improved cabin materials. Again, let's get rid of that corduroy kind of dash thing they have. And enhanced sound insulation to reduce noise levels. It is one of the complaints that I hear from some people about the Gladiator, about how loud it is inside. I don't think that's really fair. It is a Jeep. It does have pretty thin, panels on the ceiling and the sides. Apparently they're going to add more insulation. I guess they can do that with the hybrid system because whatever fuel efficiency max they would increase, they can kind of eat away at it a little bit and still have some left by adding more weight to the truck, right? Off-road tech. Features like the trail cam off-road camera, so like a 360-degree camera, I guess, and refined suspension systems are available to enhance the Gladiator's legendary off-road capabilities. More electronic stuff, more nanny stuff, I guess. Exterior and design. Iconic look. The core design remains the same with the signature 7-slot grille. That's a good thing. I think Jeep learned a long time ago with those square headlights that you can't mess with the front end of a Jeep, because that really is what defines a Jeep from an appearance standpoint anyway, is that look right from the front. Distinctive 4X EQs. The 4XE models will feature blue tow hooks and unique badging to set them apart. So they want to advertise it. They want people to know that it's a hybrid electric vehicle, right? Potential color options. Now, they don't really get specific here, but they say new color options may be introduced, potentially mirroring those available on the 2026 Wrangler, according to the Jeep Gladiator forum. Again, this is probably a shot in the dark guess, but I would say that's probably what they'll do. The driving experience. What are you going to feel in this 2026 hybrid Gladiator? The electric motor's instant torque improves control for both rock crawling and highway passing. So they're trying to tackle both areas, right? You'll be able to crawl in the rocks better and also be able to jut around that person that's doing 55 in the fast lane quicker. Improved steering. The 2026 model year will include steering system refinements, including recalibration of the steering rack and updated electronic power steering programming to provide a more stable highway driving experience. I don't know. Are these all major things? I mean, I guess from a torque and acceleration standpoint, yeah, it's probably going to be, but the Gladiator's no slouch anyway. I mean, it's pretty quick for what it is, although I love acceleration, so that could be interesting for someone like me. Otherwise, there's always going to be that argument as to why would you put a plug-in system into an off-road vehicle like the Jeep Gladiator? If you're out in the middle of nowhere, what are you going to do? Plug it into a tree? I mean, come on. Does it make sense, or is it just Jeep trying to maybe become a little more mainstream with the Gladiator to compete with some of the others out there? I don't know. So, what do you think? From those changes so far, what we know about the 2026 Gladiator, does it turn you on? Would you buy one? Is it enough to make you trade off your current Jeep Gladiator? Or maybe jump into the market for the first time? Leave a comment. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.